Well, hello everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had a tickle in my throat trying to get rid of it. So please bear with me if you can't hear me very well. Welcome to my page, you guys. Thanks for being here. Today we're going to talk about how many of us are using these three things. Now let's think about that for a sec. We are talking here about social media strategies and attraction marketing skills, anything like that. So anyone here catching me live or on the replay, have you been jumping on or involved in the challenge that Eric Worre is putting on right now for the next 7 days? It's been full on, and I just wanted to share, pass on along to you guys a few of the takeaways that I've had so far from starting yesterday and today. Today is day 2 of that challenge that I'm participating in. So I'm going to pass a few things on to you, and hopefully you can learn from this and gain some information. So hello and welcome to my community where I assist like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs who have come here to gain some education and skills on building their online business the modern way. So you say, what does that mean? What does that even mean, Heather? I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm here to provide attraction marketing skills and education in social media with live videos, talking about your branding, posting with intention, not being spammy, like a lot of people like to be spammy and push out their products. And so that's what we're going to share with you today. My name is Heather Edmondson, as it says right there, and I am here to serve you the best way that I know how. So hopefully you can gain some takeaways. If you want to jump in the conversation like Patricia here is doing with that, there is a link up above. It says StreamYard, and you just have to give it permission if you have never been on one of my live videos before. So hello, Patricia. Thank you for joining in here today. I appreciate it, my friend. And it's been a few days since I've seen you, so it's nice to see your smiling face pop up there. If you want to sit in the background, that's absolutely fine too. Enjoy some of the takeaways that I'm going to share with you. So success leaves clues. And if you want to be successful in life, in business, just out there in the real world, then you have to take the glasses off, take the blinders off, and look for these clues. They could be staring you right in your face, and you may not even be aware of them because you're, like I said, have blinders on, or you have those rose-colored glasses on, and you're not even observing what is actually being put out there in front of you. So don't get distracted with everything that's going on in your life. We all have busy lives. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter if we have kids or work or family or jobs. The phone can be ringing off the hook. Your neighbor could have fallen on the step. You need to go help him, and on and on and on, et cetera, right? So we can all get distracted and be pulled this way and that way. And if we're trying to build a business or trying to grow ourselves and educate ourselves, we need to get laser focused, and we need to build a plan of what we're going to do. And we need to stay consistent, like me being here with you guys Thursday. This is Throwback Thursday. Being consistent with you guys and sharing information with you, passing it along to you so that you guys can gain and grow and expand your brain. And it's good to expand your brain. Maybe then we will prevent all of us from getting Alzheimer's. Who knows? Let's try it out. So to do this, you want to keep it simple. What do you ask yourself? What are the tasks that you need to get done in the day? A really good thing is to look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself before you go to bed, what are the 3 things that I'm going to accomplish tomorrow? What are the 3 things that I'm going to get done tomorrow? And if you get thinking about those things before you go to bed and you have a good sleep, then you'll wake up in the morning and you'll have intention and you'll be ready to go and get your day because you'll know that you have this and this and this to accomplish. And another good thing to prepare yourself is to either, like, I'm a nurse, so I get my uniforms out the night before, so I don't even have to think about what I'm going to wear. I just get up and do my exercises and I shower and I put my clothes on and away I go to work. So I know a lot of people, if they put their runners there if they're going to run, or if they put their workout clothes there if they're going to work out in the morning, and they get their brain thinking, okay, I'm going to get up at 4:30 in the morning and I'm going to do my workout, or whatever it is for you. I'm going to do my devotions, or I'm going to do my gratitude, or I'm going to celebrate everything that I've had, all the little things in my life. I'm going to tell myself that I am worthy and I deserve to be respected and I deserve to have nice things in my life. And if you say those things over and over, your brain will start to shift and it will start to believe that these things will present itself. Like I said, open up your eyes and you will see these things presenting themselves in front of you, because you are bringing that thought to the forefront of your brain. You know how it is when you've been, like say, we bought a red vehicle, and we never even noticed that there was that many red vehicles out there until we'd actually purchased this red vehicle. And then you see them all over the place. And I thought, well, jeepers, I didn't see that many people that had the same red vehicle that we have. And now they're all over the place. It's the same kind of thing. You put that thought in your mind, and you will see that whatever it is come to fruition, because it is in the forefront of your mind. And you start thinking about it, you start seeing it. People will come into your lives that are meant to come into your lives, and such, and on, et cetera, et cetera. So let's keep things basic and simple. What do you ask? You should do what you ask others to do. So if you're asking them to do tasks, if I'm saying to you, I think you need to get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I think you need to work out. Well, if I'm telling you to do that, I better be getting my arse out of bed and be exercising out there with you. Those type of things. Or if you're expanding a business, if you're saying you need to get out there and you need to push this, then I better be the one getting out there and doing whatever it is. So if you don't want to do the task, then you shouldn't be asking somebody else to do them either. So much of our life revolves around don't do as I do, don't do as I say, do as I do, or vice versa. We are taught from little that we need to buck up and listen to our superiors and do as they say. And then we kind of lose that vision of being a free thinker and designing thoughts around our visions. We get so that, okay, if I do this and this and this, I get rewarded with that. And if I do this and this and this, I get rewarded with this. Like you give your kid or your child or your pet a reward for doing a certain action. But if you're trying to create something and build something for yourself, you don't know what the reaction is going to be until you've actually created it. So you need to be able to have the thinking, the synapses firing, I guess you want to say, so that you are a free thinker, and that you create a vision and you work towards that vision. Part of this learning in this GoPro thing with Eric Worre, one of the presenters today said she had a mom that would take apart things and fix things, and there back then there wasn't the internet that you could just Google everything and find out how to do things. She would actually take things apart. And she said one time she was coming home from school and she couldn't find her mom, and here she was up on the roof fixing a hole in the roof because it was going to cost hundreds of dollars to get some guy, a roofer, to come and repair the roof. So her mom got up there and fixed it herself. And she says, Mom, how can you fix so many things? And she said, nothing is that difficult in your life that you're not going to be able to figure it out. And I had to, when I went back to work after being off sick with my cancer, I had to go back to work and say, it's just a silly computer. These programs can't be that hard and can't be that difficult because they were created by somebody. Somebody had to create them, and there's got to be a method and a way to figure out how to do whatever it is, XYZ, and dance around on the computer. You have to tell yourself that you can grasp this. You just need a little bit of help and a little bit of understanding. And so we all need to embrace some of those things. And yeah, it could be scary to take apart a toaster, or take apart, her mom took apart a little radio that she had, and she didn't know her mom knew electronics. She goes, well, the antenna's not working. There's got to be some wire disconnected. I mean, I probably couldn't take apart a computer now because there's way too many small moving parts, and you have to be kind of a techie person. I can't do that. So, but back then, everything, was transistors and wires and what are they called? Some kind of boards. They have little electronic boards, anyways. And anyway, her mom fixed this radio that she had, this little AM/FM radio. And she wasn't an electrician, but she figured it out. She took it apart and figured it out. So we just need to figure out what we want to do in our lives. We have to figure out where we want to go. We don't have to listen to everybody telling us where to go. And maybe you don't want to listen to anything that I'm passing on to you either. And that's okay. Everybody's got their own thing, and everybody's got their own way of doing things and following things, but I'm just giving you some suggestions. So number one, I'll get to my point of my 3 things that I'm going to share with you. Number 1 is leadership. We need to create a vision for everyone. We need to take them on a journey and take them on a path. And bring them back to their childhood when they used to dream about doing something and being something and going here and going there and going to Disneyland because it's so cool or whatever it is. You need to take people on a journey with you. You need to share that you're a real person, and you need to show them all of your, not all just the perfect things in your life. You need to show them that you'll cry over those Hallmark commercials that used to come on TV, or over a radio commercial, or that you'll get all emotional over the silliest little thing. You need to show that you're vulnerable as well as trying to be perfect. So create a vision for that person. Take them along with you on that journey, whatever the journey is that you're trying to put out there or trying to create. Number 2, their skill set. If you're trying to build a team or a group of coworkers or anything as such like that, you need to get down there in the trenches. Like I said, don't just tell them that they need to do X, Y, Z. Get in there with them and help them along the way. If you want them to act a certain way and you want them to do that, you better be prepared to pull up your big girl panties and get in the trenches with them and do it as well as what you want them to do. If you want them to reach X goal, you better be there holding their hand and pulling them over the hurdles to get them to that goal as well. So that's what I mean by number 2. You need to learn the skills to get good at something. You can't just magically be perfect at whatever job it is or whatever skill it is that you're trying to do the very first time that you do it, unless you're just naturally a gifted person and you can sit down at the piano and play a cantata at the piano or whatever, a concert pianist or whatever right away. Some people are gifted that way, but most people aren't. So you need to learn the skill set and you need to develop them over time. And that's how you become a better person. So make sure that you're sharing that with your team and then you're getting out there and showing them that getting out there and doing the do along with them and doing it along with them. So, and number 3 is you need to have the mindset. Like I was saying about the devotions or gratitude or any of that you're practicing either first thing in the morning before you get out of bed or just before you go to sleep at night. If you're not putting your mind in the proper frame of mind, like this morning, I didn't want to get out of bed because my husband came back to the bedroom because he was going to work and he said, it's -17 out there. And I'm like, oh, I just want to go in the covers. I don't want to get out of bed. If you wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't have felt so bad. But you have to find what it is that's going to get your ass out of bed, what's going to create you to jump out of bed and do the things that you need to do. You have to get your mind in the right mindset. Think about who would follow you. Would you follow you on your platform, whatever platform, your social platform that you're on? Would somebody follow you in a work setting because you're setting a good example, or you're showing them how to create things or make things or become more successful in whatever company it is or wherever it is that you work? Would they want to follow you? You have to prove to them that you are a leader. You have to show them that you have courage and the confidence to get out there and do things that, yeah, they're scary. We all started somewhere. We all took a step somewhere. We all took baby steps somewhere. And if we didn't keep going and falling and getting up and falling and getting up and keeping trying to walk, we would never have learned how to walk. We would never have learned how to ride a bike if we wouldn't have taken off those training wheels at one point and just went. So if you can be the kind of leader that shows somebody and gives them their wings and shows them how to fly, then be that person. Be that person that will encourage other people. I'm not here to do this for me, for the goodness of my heart. I'm here to help you see the vision and help you to see some positivity in a negative world right now. There's so much negative going on there that we all need to be more kind and more generous to each other. So hopefully you gained some interest and some takeaways. And I know, Patricia, you were saying a whole bunch of things and I didn't get back to you. You said you found it hard. I found it hard to get out of bed today too. Yes, because it was cold. It was awful. And fail, get up again, and get up and try again. Yes, and that's so true. That's how our world works. That's how we learn anything. Were you terrified to drive a car for the very first time? Were you terrified to drive on the big freeway or the big highway the first time? Yes, everything is a step, a learning curve. Were you terrified to start your very first job? Go out and start your very first job at that time. So I just got a phone call coming in here there. Sorry about that. One thought I want to leave you with is only people who are not happy with themselves are mean to others. So think about that for a second. Only people who are not happy with themselves are mean to others. So remember that. Take that as a takeaway. Have yourself a wonderful evening. I'm going to have so much more information to share with you tomorrow that I'm going to have to jump on here and pass it along to you as well, because I'm excited. I'm pumped up about all this stuff, and I've been having difficulty sleeping because I'm so excited about it. So have yourself a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.